What's going on, everybody? It's Risk On Trading, bringing you another market overview of the coming week. But before we get to that, let's go ahead and take a look at how it turned out last week. So last week we were talking about the 430 to 432 range being resistance, as well as the 200-day moving average and this nice descending trend line here. This is coming from the daily chart. And we had this pivot at about 429.64. So I called out and let you guys know that resistance was going to be right in this area. And I could not have called it any better. Look at that. Look at that. Ran up, right? Volume, nice increase in volume. And then we get the highest volume bar that there is, the smallest candle on the run, right into the 200-day. Boom, rejection. We actually took advantage of this right here when we broke down here. But right here I entered a short and I added to the short, and the following day we had a consolidation, 2-day consolidation, right? Nice big range and an inside day here, and then boom, out of the triangle we added again, added one more time, took it. Really nice. So the call last week, phenomenal, couldn't have been any better. I hope you guys made some money on that. And let's go ahead and get into this week. So this week, the week of August 21 to 27, the number one thing we got to look out for this week is going to be called Jackson Hole. All right. Powell is going to be there. And just for a little refresher here, the last time they had this in session in person was in 2019 before COVID. And now that it's back in session, they're going to be in person. They were doing it digitally through like Zoom or something like that. But now it's going to be in person. And the last time Powell showed up to this is when he said the word transitory. He said inflation's transitory, it's transitory, and they didn't move on inflation for a while. So people are really interested to see what he's going to say at this Jackson Hole meeting. It's called Jackson Hole because it's Jackson Hole, Wyoming is the location of it. It's not a person. Most people are saying that Jackson Hole is going to outweigh the PCE data. Now, the catch is that we have the whole week ahead of us, right? And Friday is the Jackson Hole meeting, and then PCE numbers come out 2 hours after the meeting. So there's going to be two like pretty major catalysts happening within 2 hours of each other, but they're happening on Friday. So what's going to happen until then? I don't know, right? Investors are probably going to sit there really thinking about this, really curious as to what Powell's going to say. This is the last time we hear from Powell until September. What he says on Friday is going to actually matter, I think. All right, so after that, what we have is... So there's been talk of the slowing momentum, the end of the rally, right? People are talking like, is this the end of the rally? And I can go ahead and show you what they're talking about here. This rally that started here and just ran, right? Just ran all the way up, all the way up, all the way up. And then now we're hitting these levels here. Let's go to the daily, get a better view. Look at this. Boom. We came, let's see how close to the 20% mark we got. We got 19.69%. Now, this is also a 50% retracement, which means we're still in bear territory. If you guys were here last week, you noticed I was highlighting this triple top that happened here. That's exactly where we failed out. Boom. All right. It's awesome, right? Technical analysis, baby. These two highs here, these two significant highs, the all-time high, and then the high of the previous rally, that like what we just had, only we had it over here in March 15th to the 29th, right? Just ripped. You connect those two highs out, coincides with the 200-day. That further validates the level. Boom, it fell. We made money. I had one of my best days of the month on Friday, so that was great. So watch out for that talk of the slowing momentum. Watch out for that talk of the rally's over. It very well could be. It could be over. But you need to remember that we're also coming into the end of the summer months. This is historically, this is some of the worst months the market ever has. And then usually going into the last 3 to 4 months of the year, we get something called a Santa Claus rally. This was talked about a lot last year because we were getting this crazy run right here. This started in October and didn't end until literally December 31st. Boom, right? So this is what they're talking about. The Santa Claus rally happened here. I'm thinking we are going to come back down pretty deeply. I'm definitely going to be short-sighted here, but can the dip be bought? Absolutely, the dip can be bought. So you got to be open. You got to be open-minded, right? You're not smarter than the market, okay? The market's going to tell you what's going on. So watch out for that end of the rally talk. And the last thing I got is Ukraine and Russia. So something happened over the weekend where I think Ukraine tried to car bomb Putin's right-hand man. Well, they ended up killing the right-hand man's daughter instead. So whether this like infuriates the Kremlin, whether this pisses off Russia and they really want to attack hard into Ukraine, whether they're just going to let it slide, which I doubt is going to happen, I'm not really sure, but we got to keep our ears open, you know, pay attention to that. When you see Ukraine news, you might want to read that one for a second. That could play into oil. That can play into more of like a global, you know, energy situation like what everyone was worried about in the beginning. We'll just have to see how that plays out. So those are my major catalysts for the week. Definitely the end of the week is going to be where it's at. So my first part of the week, I'm just kind of going to be looking at news, you know, company specific news, breaking news headlines, any type of inflationary stuff coming out. Inflation seems to be running the market lately, so I'm really like locked in on that. The levels I've got for you are, if we go back up, right? If we open up on Monday and start running up, the first place it's going to hit its head is 423.55. This is going to be the resistance area right off the bat. If we break through that, we have a tiny little window here up to 425.21. It might just be 425. I'm just giving you the exact numbers because that's what I see on my chart over here. And then if we don't and we continue to break down, which I think is very possible, our next stop is going to be around 419, 420. And then we have a little intermediate pivot here at about 417.60 and then back down to the 20-day, which is this green line. This is where I've been targeting from this breakdown up here. I'm thinking we're getting down to the 20-day. If we go through the 20-day, which, you know, it's going to have to take a lot of force, I'm thinking that the 100-day will be the next stop, and that's going to be at 408.58. All right, good luck out there. Hope you guys are ready. Hope you guys are paying attention. Hope you guys are, you know, on your toes. Got your fingers ready, warmed up, and get your trade plans going, right? Stay disciplined, you know, stick to your plan. Don't panic. Have a good one, guys. See you later. I hope you guys are liking these. If you are, please thumbs up, subscribe, let me know. Hit the comments with any questions you got. Maybe I missed something. Maybe you want to add to the conversation here. Go ahead and throw it in the comments. I'll read every single reply. Have a good one. Peace.